Cheers and welcome, my friends, to Let's Try Expeditions Viking. Welcome back. I do apologize. I've just been looking over the 2 episodes that I recorded yesterday, and I've seen that my head has been over the resources over here. So I've moved myself to the left lower side, left lower corner of the video. I hope that I don't obscure anything anymore. I just went over these at the beginning of the last episode, but I think you just couldn't see them. So you got the wood, you got the salvage, you got the hides, the medicine, you got the herbs, the slaves, the meat, which is sort of stuff that can spoil, and rations, which cannot spoil. You can convert meat into rations. And then the most important resource, valuables, which I really like. I like that they did not go with just gold or coins or anything, because you actually didn't really have that at the time, at least not in the Norse lands, in the Danish lands, in the Norwegian lands. They didn't really have any sort of coinage. So what they did was set prices in weight of precious metal. So for example, you would have, I don't know, a couple of grams for something like bread or whatever, and you kind of hack stuff down if you had more than the thing costed, so that you could keep your silver. So for example, if you had this silver arm ring, which was a very common method to basically transport your wealth with you, a sign of warrior status and all that. If you wanted to buy something and you didn't have any hack silver with you anymore, you could just hack that arm ring down to basically trade it away. Obviously there were coins being coined in Francia, and there were coins being coined in Miklagard or Constantinople, and you kind of can measure the trading networks that the Norsemen had by the coins that you can find in their graves. You can sort of conclude how far their trading network went, and there have been a lot of very exotic coins been found in Viking graves. So that's a very interesting method, but they didn't have any coins themselves. So really happy that we have the valuables. We do have unfinished business. We have been challenged to a duel, to a Holmgang, by a distant cousin who is vying for the title of thegn, who wants to lead the clan instead of us. Because he thinks he's stronger than we are now. We can't let that go unchallenged. So we're gonna meet him for the duel, and we're gonna finish him, and hopefully we can even win him over to our side, because he would be quite valuable. He's a good warrior, albeit somewhat rash. And we also finished off a couple of loudmouth farmers in the last episode that just came here to challenge us during the funeral of our father, which didn't give a very good impression to the visiting thanes, Ragnhildur the White, Halfdan the Salmundarson, and Skull Skullcleaver. So yeah, let's hope nothing bad will come of it, that we've presented ourselves and our clan as weak and sort of in turmoil. So let's get in. I do have the option of getting traps and poison to weaken Asleifr, my opponent in tomorrow's duel, but I'm not going to. It just wouldn't be honorable. I don't think it fits my character very well. Can I talk to them? Yeah. Halfdan says, "Well, that was rousing. What a bunch of cowardly cesspool hogs to come at you during a funeral. But as they say, it's not a good feast until there's a fight." Let's see what he has to say. "That was a nasty attack, my boy, but don't be too distraught. You handled it as well as anyone could have. Just a shame your father's funeral should be marred by such a thing." So he's sort of triumphant. And what does she say? "Looks like you have your work cut out for you. You should take care to bring your clan in line before the Althing, or your standing will be weak." So this seems to be the sort of assembly of all the clans. There's Asleifr. He won't talk with us anymore, I guess. That's the husband of the huntress. That's the huntress herself. Oh, they're talking amongst themselves, sorry. So she thinks him attractive. Yeah, they're spinning stories about Skull Cleaver. Yes, I got it. He's a shady and powerful man. My mother doesn't say anything. She doesn't say anything. So let's just go to bed and start the next day. Do you wish to return to your guests and to end tonight's events? You will have no further time to prepare for the duel tomorrow. What I want to do is I want to put on my my armor. So we got this from the blacksmith. He wasn't too happy to give it to us, but or at least he didn't want to give us any armor to use against Asleifr because he likes the guy. But he gave us armor instead of weapons. So that's something that is going to be pretty useful. Also, what I did off camera, I ran through most of the village and plundered all the barrels and the sacks that were lying around. So I got a couple more resources. The crafting system is not in the game yet, so the only thing that's really useful to us is the valuables. So we want to hold on to that. And other than that, I gained another torch and I gained a tripwire, but it's nothing major. It seems to be random. So yeah, let's just end the feast here and get to the Holmgang. Next day at noon. You come to the prosaically named Holmgang Island on the following day, rowing one of the clan's small boats in the company of Nefja and Ketil. Sigridr and Ljotr greet you there, having come out in advance to set the stakes that define the arena. If he doesn't come, we should fight each other. It'd be a shame to let such a fine arena go to waste. A smirk creeps across Nefja's face. Are you sure you want to fight me again? Remember what happened last time? Ketil. Right, what I meant is you and Thorgrim should fight, and I will sit over beneath that tree and watch while I finish the rest of the mead from last night. So we can be aggressive. We'll row back and haul him out there myself. If he doesn't show up, I'll have to exile him. Or I hope he does forfeit. I don't want to fight a clansman. It's not really a public thing, but I think I need to be tough right now, I think. Ketil chuckles, but then a pensive look comes over him. If it came to that, surely that'd be a better resolution. Asleifr has the sense and the stubbornness of a mule, but he's still family. Your challenger arrives a short time later, accompanied by two other young men from his side of the family, the same companions he sat with at your feast. Okay, let's just do a quick save here. I gotta defeat him in single combat. Asleifr looks healthy and awake, so that's basically because I didn't do anything against him, but look at him. How could I do something against someone with such a magnificent beard? Oh, and actually, I'm kind of encroaching on my own portrait. So I might actually just bring that around a little. Let me just make it smaller. Yeah, that looks good. Sorry about that. That's just the nature of things. So he looks healthy and awake because I didn't do anything to him. He gives you a curt but respectful nod and steps directly into the ring without hesitation. His voice is strong and steady. We're all here then. Good. Are you ready? I gotta play that with the poisoning and trapping event at some point later to just see how it ends. I'm still kind of encroaching on the picture. Well, yeah, you know how we look like. Nefja addresses you but keeps her eyes on Asleifr as she speaks. Thorgrim, I volunteer to fight in your place. No, I'm not gonna let her fight for me. Your offer humbles me, but this is my fight. Nefja nods gravely and takes a step back. I understand. Good luck, Thorgrim. You walk into the ring opposite Asleifr and Sigridr motions to your opponent. As the challenger in this dispute, it falls on you to recite the rules of the duel. Asleifr clears his throat and impatiently recites the clan's traditional rules for single combat. I, Asleifr, son of Grimvardr, have challenged Thorgrim, son of Ragnar, for the fight to rule our clan. The winner shall sit as thegn of Skjern and reside in its longhouse. He shall receive no other award beyond this. Should he survive, he who is defeated may swear fealty to the winner, or his life is forfeit. If either of us falls in the duel, their body shall be buried here. All weapons are permitted. The duel will end when either warrior is dead or incapable of continuing to fight. Gives a final respectful nod and brandishes his weapon. As the challenge, the first strike is yours to make. Okay, so we can attack him now. Question is, do I want to play it safe? Or don't I? It looks like he has slightly less health than I do. I have 114 and he has 104. He's also doing less damage than I do. He's doing 43 to 50. I'm doing 57 to 64. He has more damage reduction though. Oh no, I have 2% more for melee. Okay, my block chance is 3% lower. Physical resist is way higher for me. Okay, I think we should easily be able to do this. I could drink the mead. It's a half move action. I might just go for the kill though. I might just go and attack. Increase the strength for 3 turns. No, we're gonna drink the mead. And you can see one of the missing combat skill animations. These they are working on those, but they are not yet in. So keep that in mind. So that took my action, although it doesn't look like it. I could just go for a heavy swing, which doubles the blocking chance as well for him. So he's gonna have a block chance of 60% instead of 30%. It would be good to have the critical hit. It would really be good. Let's try it. No risk, no fun. Crap, he blocked it. But it nearly destroyed his shield, so... And I can't really move away now, because that would provoke an attack of opportunity. Okay, so now I gotta play it safe. I gotta just hit him. And hope that he goes down. Yeah, end the turn. So he can't bring me down in 2 hits. I can bring him down though. And he's down. So I lost 1 item, the meat. I think it did its job. I'm back down to my 10 strength. You've been keeping your skills sharp, even without your father around to train you. So I can taunt him? Maybe I should. Maybe. I could also go for the mountain blade quotation. Less talking, more fighting. No, I'm gonna go with this. He trained us both. What do you even have against him? He was a great warrior, and like everyone else, I respected him for that. But if the king should raise the Leidanger army tomorrow, how many able-bodied warriors could our clan muster? A dozen? Half the women in the clan are widows, and Ragnar's foolhardy expeditions are the cause of it. He bangs his weapon against his second shield and gives you a somber nod. Okay, so the fight continues. I think I'm gonna go for the ready thing, so that when he comes into my range, I would like to see his attack range as an overlay. If I go over him, that could actually be pretty good. Oh, sorry, my mouse got off screen. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. I think we're gonna go 1 back. Don't really have to play it too careful. Let's just go get ready for attack and end the turn. Let's see him come at us. So he's getting it now. Okay. And he didn't even attack us. So this should be really easy. I'm just gonna finish him off. At least I lived with honor. Looking forward to the point where I can actually activate or deactivate the lethal attacks. As life for the second shield crumbles off the grip. Dismayed, he heads back to the boat to fetch his last shield. You're nearly as good as Ragnar. If you should win this, I hope you'll be a better thegn. Yeah, I would really like to win him over, so I'm gonna say I hope to serve with you as my Huskar. He nods without hesitation. My honor binds me too, and if I should win, you may serve as mine. Tell me, how do you plan to govern us? So I have a couple of options. Could just go after the plan of my father and go after the great kingdom across the sea. Don't think that's a good idea. Govern as little as possible. Free men prosper when left to choose their own path. So I would be sort of a Danish liberal, old school liberal. We have let old alliances atrophy. It's time we rebuild those old relations. Nah, nobody wants an alliance with someone who's already weak. We've become weak and we have many enemies. The defenses must be strengthened. And you are wiser than your father. If you win, I shall gladly serve you. Okay, but enough talk. Let us finish this. Just gonna do exactly the same because it worked. And the turn, let him run straight at us. And he gets it. And oh, he's not gonna go down with this. Why? Did he use something? Did I just not do enough damage? I do have a crit chance. Should I go for the heavy swing? Yeah, let's finish him in a blaze of glory. Let's hope for the... Oh, come on! This is gonna be close. Oh, I blocked that one as well. Okay, nice. Let's go for the heavy swing this time. Come on! Critical hit. Didn't work. Okay. And we get hit, but only for 38, so should easily be able to finish him off. And that does it, I think. So he got down 3 times. Your challenger struggles to get back on his feet, but he leaves his weapon in the mud. In the end, he settles for just sitting on his knees before you, his head hung in a signal of defeat. You fight better than I expected. You have become a very capable warrior. Oh, you have to hand it to him. He has the better beard. If you'll accept my surrender, I pledge myself to your service. Ooh, I can exile him and I can execute him even. That would be kind of cruel. No, I'm gonna accept him. I accept your pledge. Some unusual mixture of sadness and relief washes over him. He holds your gaze for a moment, for a long moment, then he seems to get back some of the energy the duel took out of him, and he stands. As you show me great honor. I hope my challenge won't linger in the air between us. I want you to know you can depend on me from now on, fully. Kettle extends his hand to Asleifer, who shakes it hesitantly. Glad to have you with us, you big lug. You put up a good fight. I'll be glad to have you on our side. Nefja reluctantly shakes Asleifer's hand as well. You were a fool to challenge Thorgrim, but I hope you learned your lesson now. I too am glad to have you with us. Okay, so I got my first follower. He's joined my herd. Did I get any... Oh, she also joined it? Where's Kettle? Yeah, he did as well. Nice. Did I get anything for this? Any experience points? Yeah, I gained 5 skill points. So let's have a look into the skill point menu. I got 50 now. I really would like to upgrade this, the sword skill, one more to up my damage. But I need 18 points for that. I might also upgrade one of the others. I said in the beginning that I did want to take the critical chance, the fortune favored. That would only take 6 points. So I could go for a bunch of smaller abilities, but I think it is the most sensible way to go with the sword thing. Let's just have a look at what the leadership does. So I gain that. I gain a free action? I'm not sure what that does. Free action. Leadership rank 1, attack action. Yeah, I guess that doesn't do anything. That's why it's a free action. We'll get Inspire. Restores the target's attack action for this turn if they've already spent it. That's cool. That's really useful. And we've got Distraction. Oh, that's not available. Okay, no, let's go for the sword for now. Let's try it. How many do the others have available? So he could actually go for the bow. That's enough. I could upgrade him here. Kind of got to do it outside the fight. I think I will. I think I'm going to upgrade his bow so he gets the aimed shot. What's with you? You do have the 2 in sword, so I'm better in sword fighting than you. But you do have the board as well as the sword. Let's go for... well, yeah, over here. Let's go for the hardened. That's actually quite useful. And I think I'm going to pile on the relentless as well. 5% chance to get 1 extra action when using normal attacks. That's basically, we get 21 attacks out of 20. That's fine. Can come in handy. So let's do this. He has 2 more points. Don't think I have anything that I can spend that on. I mean, I could go for leadership with him as well, right? I could build him up to be my sort of second in command. It's not a bad idea. And I like that they all have their biography down there. It really is very detailed. I really like it. Can learn a lot about their backstory. I'm gonna keep this for the time when I do a full let's play. I just don't want to bog down the pace too much. So yeah, I guess we're done with upgrading. Oh, could upgrade her still. Could go for spear governed by finesse. How much finesse does she have? 9. So that's pretty high. What does that do? Increases the damage that she does, and that gives her extend. Attack a target 3 hexes away, but at 75% damage. That's still pretty cool. Let's do it. And let's also give her the 10 hit points, because she might be hit as well. So I think that's good. I think that is good upgrading. I'm gonna keep mine, hold on to them for the for strength. Oh, and my clan power increased, which is over here in the homestead thingy. So we have 10 power and we have 10 prosperity, and some of these increase prosperity, some of them increase power. So, and some increase other things like the blacksmith that lets you do stuff, and really like it. Really looking forward to this kind of stuff. Basically building up our holdings. I'm just gonna save here. We're done with something to prove, and we're just gonna row back now. That was a successful duel. Quite happy we managed it. I wonder how that works out with a different build. I guess you got no choice then but to go for poison or a trap or something. The short boat ride back is as uneventful as the trip out. Holmgang Island is clearly visible from the shore outside Skjern. You return victorious. Nefja secures her shield on her back. I'm glad that's dealt with. What's next? Asleifer. We'll have to do something about Erlingur Thorgilsson. As long as he lives, his family poses a threat. So that's the farmer whose sons attacked us and who got dealt with. And I think we'll head there immediately. I think that needs to happen. New quest, cleaning house. Let's just have a look at the description. Sons attacked your feast. His family poses a serious threat to your rule. I mean, now that he doesn't have the sons, he basically doesn't have an army anymore. But we still have to deal with it, I agree. So let's just have a look at the map. So this is our village. I'm not sure if I've shown you that already. This is the longhouse. This is the smith. And we've got sort of a ditch around it. Bridge in the south over there. There's the witch's hut. There's the burial site. And these campaign map markers, they allow us to basically move out of this particular scene. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So I'm just gonna orient myself. Yes. So that's the campaign marker. And let's go and deal with the farmer. So this is the traveling map where you can sort of move around. We don't have many markers yet, but you can see that we are in, yeah, let's say Mid-Jylland. Mid-Jylland is, I think, where we are. So to the north is Skoleskalklever. To the south, I think Ribe should be around here, I think, where Ragnhildur is. And then to the east we must have the last of the thanes that are visiting us. So we can go to Erlingur's farm. The plus sign shows that we've discovered this location new. We're just gonna go there, and we're gonna pick the herdmen that we're gonna bring. We're gonna select all of them, because why not? And let's jump right in. Although I do have to be mindful of the time. This could end in a fight. You stop your horses on the outskirts of Erlingur Thorgilsson's homestead. Smoke rises lazily from the roof of the largest building. Thralls are going about their business in the fields. So far, it looks like nobody has noticed your arrival. Ketil takes a deep breath. Here we are. I do hope this pans out better than I expect. Nevia surveys the scene with a thoughtful expression. There are more thralls here than I remembered. They're poorly armed, but they'll defend their master if it comes to that. The surprise attack will give us a strong advantage. We might circle around to the back and set fire to the house. Which seems like it was a thing back then, hall burning. Just burning the hall down and everyone that's in there. Barricading the door so they can't get out. Strikes me as kind of cowardly though. I didn't really want it. Don't really want it. A sound plan, but I would hate to bring such a death to Erlinger. He may be a bitter old bastard, but he deserves a chance to die with honor. I guess I have to kill these people. I can't really be lenient if someone questions my authority like that. And it looks like that old enmity can't really be solved anyway. So we're not gonna go for the ambush. We'll just let him know we're here. He gets a chance to defend himself. Asleifer approves of it. Good. An honest fight will send a stronger signal. We're more than a match for that stubborn old goat anyway, even with all his thralls. Okay, so I think we have a fight on our hands in the next episode. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. And if you want to see more of the series in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. I hope you join me next time when we will deal with Erlinger Thorgilsson. Yeah, hope you join me for that. Bye bye.